What is up guys, Zelix Sparks here, and today I'm making my entry video for the Master Beyblade Contest 2021. So let's get started on my video. So these are the base that I need in order to make my combo for the Master Beyblade Contest 2021. So first, I need the Spriggan chip from Lord Spriggan. Next is the Master Layer base from Master Diabolos. Next is the Blitz disc from Slash Valkyrie. And lastly is the Extend Pass driver from Union Achilles. And now I will explain why these are the parts that I used for my combo. First is the Spriggan chip. I picked the Spriggan chip because it looks cool and it's one of the most used GT chip in the GT era because it can be used in left and right spin and compatible with all of the GT bases. Unlike the Diabolos one with the same teeth with the Spriggan, this can't be used with the Master base that I'm using in this tournament. Because the Diabolos one already have built-in metal, and the teeth of the Spriggan chip has 3 tall teeth on each side, giving it more burst resistant, unlike the Diabolos 2 which have 3 teeth on one side and 2 teeth on one side, giving it less burst resistance. The weight of the Spriggan chip is below average because the average weight of the GT chip is 3 and the weight of the Spriggan chip is 2.9. So let's compare it with Valkyrie chip. Valkyrie chip is 3.1 grams and Longinus chip 3.1. And let's compare it with the heaviest GT chip, Diabolos 1, 14 grams. Next is the Master Layer base. I picked Master Layer base because it is one of the most used and competitive GT base in the GT era because it is still be used in the early sparking era because it can be used in right spin and left spin, and because it is one of the most heaviest GT base in the GT era because of the metal here in the middle that can be put on right spin and in left spin mode, plus these 2 metals here on right spin and 2 metals in left spin. And I picked this because it looks cool and because it is called Master and the tournament is called Master Blader Contest. That's why I used this Master base. I use Master base over Lord base because the Lord layer base has rubber that is really good on spin equalization but not good in same spin because it acts like a brake that gives it friction, making it not good on same spin battle. This is the weight of the Master Layer base, 23.7 grams, and this is the weight of the Lord Layer base, 20 grams. And now I will compare it with Zwei Layer base with Zan. So even though this is heavier, it's almost the same with the Master Layer base. One more reason why I picked the Master Layer base because on left spin, the shape of it is almost circle, and because it has downward slopes making it more on defense, and it has really good life after death and stamina, and on right spin, it is really good for counter attack. And because the Master Layer base raises the teeth much higher than the competitive Lord GT base. This is Brigand chip with the Lord Layer base. As you can see, the teeth of the Spriggan chip is just the same level as the hook of the GT base where the driver hooks in, so making it just an average in burst resistance. This is the Spriggan chip with the Master Layer base. So you will see that the teeth of the Spriggan chip is much higher than the Master Layer base hook, giving Master Layer base with the Spriggan chip more burst resistance and really good for defense bay. This is the Spriggan chip with the Master Layer base and put with the Extend Plus. So you will hear the chunky sound of it. That proves that Spriggan and the Master Layer base is really good with the burst resistance of the Extend Plus. This is Spriggan chip with the Lord Layer base. You can hear the same sound, but it's not louder than the sound of the Master Layer base. So next is the Blitz disc. Blitz disc is one of the most competitive and heavy disc in the GT era, and the gimmick of it is that it has these 3 wings that pops out when the bay is spinning. And I picked the Blitz disc because it has a really good burst resistance with the Judgment, because the prongs of it is thicker than the normal, which rubs on the rubber of the Judgment. It's really good with the Lord because the burst stopper of the Lord rubs with the Blitz. And lastly, because these tabs right here, these tabs on the edge rubs or scrapes with the Master Layer base. So you will see that these scrapes here, these scrapes here on the eyes of the dragon or Diablos, and this one scrapes on this yellow part, which gives Master a really good burst resistance. And I picked the Blitz disc over 00 Cross because of its burst resistance, and the Blitz disc has flat underside, making it really good with Extend Plus LAD. Blitz disc is a downgrade version of the wheel, which is really good with Extend Plus because of the shape of it, and it has the flat surface underneath, just like the Blitz disc. This is the weight of the Blitz disc, 28.6. This is the weight of the 00 Cross, 27.7. And this is the weight of the outer disc, 21.8. So this proves that the Blitz disc is the heaviest disc amongst these 3 amongst the three that is really good with Extend Plus that is released in the Philippines, because the wheel was released in Sparking, and here in the Philippines the Sparking is still not released. So that's why I picked the Blitz disc. And lastly is the Extend Plus driver. The Extend Plus driver is one of the most used and competitive driver that is used in the tournaments all around the world. And this is the most competitive driver here in the Philippines because we are still in the GT series. So the Extend Plus driver is a balance type driver which have three modes. So the first mode is the stamina mode. The stamina mode shows the tip much more, and it has the really good stamina and decent amount of LAD. Next mode is the defense mode. The defense mode is really good against attack types which uses extreme dash, quick dash, hunter dash, and other drivers that is really good in flower pattern, because the defense mode can counter attack and cancel their flower pattern, and the defense mode has good stamina but not great LAD. So last mode is the attack mode. The attack mode of the Extend Plus is really aggressive, really hard to control, but it has really good LAD. It has the most LAD out of 3 of its mode, so it is really good to use when weak launch and in opposite mode. Also, Extend Plus is really good on same spin and opposite spin battle, and that's why I used it over bearing, because bearing is only good on opposite spin battle and it doesn't have really good same spin stamina. And I picked this Extend Plus because the Extend Plus has 50-50 chance on winning against a bearing combo on opposite spin, but have 100% win rate against same spin against bearing. So that's why I use Extend Plus. So let's weight the Extend Plus. This is the weight of Extend Plus, 7.7 grams. So this is the weight of the bearing driver, 6.4. And lastly, let's compare it to the most heaviest driver in the GT series, the bullet driver, 15.5. So this shows that Extend Plus driver is much heavier than bearing. So now let's proceed into the combo. Now I will explain why these are the parts that I use for this combo. Spriggan and the Master Base has really good stamina and burst resistance, paired with the Blitz disc which have really good stamina on same spin and LAD with Extend Plus on opposite spin, and the burst resistance of it with the Master Base that covers the weakness of the Extend Plus weaker spring than the normal drivers. And by putting it, you will have Master Spriggan Blitz Extend Plus that is really good on opposite and same spin battle with a really good burst resistance against attack. I will battle it against some competitive combos like Lord Diabolos Zero Wall Bearing, Level Chip Perfect Phoenix Outer Octa, Judgment Diabolos Zero Expand Extreme Dash, and lastly Zoe Diabolos 00 Expand Awaken Variable Dash. So let's do one rounds in each combo. So first will be Lord Diabolos Zero Wall Bearing. Spin finish by Master Spriggan. So next will be up against Perfect Phoenix with level chip outer Octa. Another spin finish from Master Spriggan. So next will be up against Judgment Diabolos Zero Expand Extreme Dash. That's a really good counter attack from Master Spriggan. And last is why Diabolos 00 Expand Variable Dash. Opo. And the spin finish from Master Spriggan. And that's all the reason why I picked Master Spriggan Blitz Extend Plus. So this is my entry for the Master Blader Contest 2021. Hope you guys liked the video. Bye bye.